From Narrows Plaza Bowl in Tacoma, we're in for the title match of the Pac Northwest 5-person Baker Team event. We really look forward to these team events every year. This is the second of the season. SoCal already wrapped up. Arizona's still to come. And it's the number 1 seeded team playing the number 3 seeded team. Haley Johnson on that 3 seeded team bowling second. Baker means each bowler will bowl 2 of the 10 frames. Haley will bowl frames 2 and 7. Got some trouble to shoot at there. They're getting 8 bonus spins because they had an additional bowler at a 170 or less average. The only under 170 on the other team is this guy, Clayton Benham. He's shooting in their team's second after each bowler struck in the first, and Clayton with a makeable 9. This is a best 2 out of 3 match. Top seeded team chose to start on the right-hand lane, so they'll be back there for game 3 if we need it, but we haven't needed it since the first round, as both rounds were sweeps. In the semifinals, Haley cross lane at the 4-7-10 will get the 2 out of that. Clayton will grab a 9-pin lead if he can make the 9-pin appropriately. And he does, and they do. 10 games of Baker competition. With our countdown game in the middle, won by adult bowler Todd Strothman. And this guy on the right, Elijah Chin, was a high youth finisher in that, so he picked up any ebonite ball of his choice as a result. Adam Roadruck, his first shot on JBT camera. Comes up here light. This team on the right certainly has the resume on paper here. They named themselves hashtag Sally Wong for MVP. Hopefully Sally will eventually watch this and see she is being honored. Elijah looking for his first career JBT title. He's got 5 OJC wins. Trying to break through on our tour. Adam with that nice follow through covers at 2-4-5. Chin will switch balls and go cross lane. No ball limits today. They were limited to 3 balls yesterday. No trouble at all at the 6-10. Here's Lucy Mitchell, a new face with us. Real strong physical game. And a real nasty result to come onto camera with. This is a apparently perfect shot. We've seen quite a few pocket 710s today. The corner pins have been tough to pop out, and every once in a while you leave both corners at once. Well, Lucy, we've still never had a 710 made on TV, and we're looking to get our first right here. Here's a guy you see on camera a lot with us, Duncan Whitaker. Winner last month up in Riverside. Now the baby split to contend with there. Love the Baker because we get 10 people on the show instead of 4. Put as many as 20 bowlers in the Invitational at one fell swoop. All the youth, of course. This guy, Jim Campbell, has not made the Northwest Invitational. I mean, he aged out a few years ago. Oldest human left in the field at 4 years old. No problem at all from Duncan on that. Jim has been anchoring his team most of the day. That's Haley's grandfather. And you can see why, as the lefty scatters another rack. He has been very strong all day long. This guy's been very strong all weekend long. Chris Tucholsky won the doubles yesterday with Ashton. Looking to sweep the weekend here with Ashton and his buddies. Former JBT star, current PBA star. No! Lucy must have given him the Ushka there, saying, I can do that, you can do that too. You take that 710. Well, no offense to Lucy, but Chris might have a better shot at the split conversion than Lucy does. That is Adam's dad, Brian Roadruck, getting his strike, tripping that 4. If we're ever going to get one on camera here, this is more opportunity than usual. And the same old boring result that we've had for the last 26 years on camera. Gets the 1. They got 83 through 5, so Haley's team has the lead scratch, plus get 8 bonus pins on top of that. What are the Seahawks trying here? Almost worked. 17-7 Niners. It's just that nice basic game. She's one of the under 170s. Designed to let our handicap bowlers still compete in this all scratch otherwise tournament. We've had a team of all under 170 girls win this title once. So just like everything else we run, it's any age, any average. The red hot Ashton Yamasaki, other half of that doubles winning team yesterday, also won up in Riverside. Wins just with every club in the Northwest, whatever initials you want to throw at them. It would be the OJ JBWYTTETTT. Yep, Johnson chops that. Opportunity for Ashtonstein to pick up some ground here. He would actually regain the lead if he can convert this 10, which he certainly does most of the time and does here. Brian's son, Adam, just 14, almost as tall as me, he wanted to point out. Said I looked like I was 45. I guess I'll take that. I mean, 29 would have been nice, but take what we can get around here. Tricky washout. Let's see if Clayton can do better for his squad. Come on. Oh. Dueling 6 counts. I'd almost rather shoot the washout than a bucket, quite honestly. Different strokes. We'll see if Adam can convert here. That's close. Oh, just a little too much of the head pin. They got 119 through 8 plus 8 bonus for 127. So it'd still be an 8-pin lead if Clayton can convert here. Choppable, all kinds of ways. Slide viable as well. So dueling 6 count opens. Let's see if Mitchell can get a more deserved result here in the 9th. Instead not. Well, it's more makeable than a 7-10, 7-6. Question is, do you get the pin here? Kind of partially depends on what Elijah does here. Oh! We've seen so many corner pins. We've seen more than a few of those super high hits also tripping out corner pins. This is close. Oh, goodness. Great effort from Lucy. I have that. So they trail by 20 now, Lucy's side, getting 8 back, so it's a 12-pin lead. Duncan can just about put this match away if he can strike in the 9th. They need to win twice. Comes up with his best shot at a great time for it. That non-strike from Jim will wrap it up for them. The best they can do now is 155. Chris will officially have that beat after the next shot leaves his paw. And they'll be 1 win away from the title. Big thanks to Chris Goddard and the whole team here at Narrows for having us. 2 very large fields, 128 bowlers yesterday, 23 times 5 is 115 today. A real good time, seeing lots of adults, alumni we don't see all that often. December doubles and team. We do this all over again in Phoenix next week, in Albuquerque in 2 weeks, and believe it or not, it's main event time. This team got by the number 2 FLM team, featuring Tyler Cruz, Peyton Stuff, and Bon Sakar, Jessica Holbrook. While these guys got past the 5-seeded, mostly Oregon team of EDA, Chris's dad, Craig, Braden Bishop, and a couple others. All right, they'll flip sides. They're a little, nice job, good job. All right, way to go, good job, nice job. Check it off, good job, check it off, check it off. Nothing else. is time for the furious comeback. Rodruck the Elder will start things off on the right-hand lane in a must-win scenario. Let's come up with his 2 best shots. Oh! The old 1-1 pocket. They all squash down. They'll take that every time. He shakes his head, humbly walks off the lane with his strike, whether he likes it or not. Now they have Ashton leading off. It's an interesting strategy. A lot of college teams do that, put a really strong bowler first and fifth to kind of set the tone for the team and also read the lane for the team. That's part of the logic behind doing that. So it's an interesting choice. Looks like it will pay off for him. Haley, if nothing else, is not yet the queen of our tour, but she is the queen of our raffles. She trying to be queen of the Brooklands. 2 for 2 on that side. She has yet to win a JBT title, but I believe she's won 49 bowling balls. I know she's won 4 tickets to Disney. And last week out in California, I did not realize how much a ticket to Disney cost these days. I was very ignorant of that. I'm not kidding. We talked about this in SoCal last week. I thought it was like 70, 75, 90 bucks at the most. It doesn't cover the parking.
Oh, really?
Oh, my goodness.
The rates.
Oh, yeah.
What are the tickets now?
Well into the triple digits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For an out-of-state one-day pass? Yeah. So Haley won 4 of them at TPC. That's why we're talking about this. So we gave away some more. We did our halftime game last week in California, and the winner got an Ebonite ball, and the loser got 2 Disney tickets, and the whole crowd went, "Aw!" So I didn't realize I gave out way more for second place than I did for first place in that scenario.
Wow.
No offense, Ebonite.
They went in October.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's right. Haley went to Disney World with her tickets. You go to anywhere Disney. They sent me pictures from the whole trip. Thrilled to be able to do that for them. Had no idea we were being that generous. I haven't been to Disney since I was much smaller than Braden. Of course, it didn't cost me anything then. It didn't cost my parents triple digits like that, that's for sure. Pretty shot from Lucy. She finally gets the Finns to cooperate. Double spare strike for their team. Meanwhile, an early open from Benham puts our top-seeded team behind the 8 ball here. Jim, the oldest remaining competitor, but certainly not the oldest bowler to win a JBT title. That belongs to Bill Robbins Sr. down in Arizona. Very little mistakes from Jim all day long. He just keeps that ball in the 1-2 pocket. Pins react, double spare double. They're in great shape so far halfway through game 2. But we know this team can strike forever when they line up. They have already shot 279 twice and a 266 game earlier today, so they really can strike. All strings start with the first hit, and Duncan gets that. So Chris can follow up. He's going to be allowed to go first here. We don't have a rule where they have to go frame for frame. They can go at their own pace. Elijah, could you go like 4 inches to your left, please? That'll work too. Chris has been sending messengers all weekend at that 10 pin. This time it doesn't react. Switches balls. 2 holes, 1 spare, gets them to 88, 5, 12, 16, 28, 36 pin deficit they're going to have to make up in the back half. They'll make some up right away if Brian can't convert this 3-6-10, but he does perfectly. Well done by the Duck fan. I assume fellow Duck fan here up on 37. Ashton's still only 17, I think. 17. He gets the light hit to react. Pin shrapnel bound at the end of the lane. is actually one of the quieter Baker title matches. Baker is used a ton in college bowling, a ton in high school bowling, depending which state you're in as well. And sometimes it can be maxed out noise for 10, 12 hours at a time in college tournaments. There's good preparation for that. Clayton creeps up a little high. Bowled on Dick Weber, a 45-foot pattern, pretty playable. The heads, I was talking to a few bowlers, said the heads held up better on this pattern than they've had in quite a while. We have super long formats, rarely with a re-oil, that can tend to blow out the heads and make the shots complicated. So they all said the heads are in pretty good shape still this late in the day. Johnson converts her 2-pin. Keeping it clean keeps all kinds of pressure on the other team. Spares out of them, force doubles out of their opponents at this point. First things first, cover the 3-6, which he does. Adam can continue to fill frames here. They're shooting in the 8th already, game 2. Way Brooklyn and way lucky to only leave the 3-pin there. That's about the best possible result. A lot of you know JBT wins like we talked about, but plenty of U17 wins as we almost all of our singles tournaments will have a girls scratch and a U17 division. Elijah has 0 girls scratch rounds. Adam has himself one spare. Is that a Packers ball?
Yeah.
Gross. Oh. Double check that ball. It can't be legal. Gross. Nice conversion of the double wood for Chen. They're in trouble right now. Lucy just wants marks.
We live.
Oh, was that right? I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it is what it is.
Not the biggest fan of Mr. Rogers. All right, that a girl. You can stay then. Fair enough. I'll take it. Pretty much must strike for Whitaker here. They've got room for 206, which means the other team needs 198 to tie. 610 conversion will go a long way, and she has it. Finally, a 610 converted. If you watched our last 2 weeks of our videos, we have had some 610 nightmares in Vegas and SoCal. Finally, a 610 spared. Hello, Kendall. Hello, Lindsay. They know what I'm talking about. And they are close to wrapping up game 2 and forcing a decider on a Sunday afternoon. If he misses this, they've got 208 exactly. That'll do. We're going to go to a tie-breaking game. This will be a couple times this team's lost on the bonus spin difference. Got a couple bonus spins. I wouldn't want to play this team. I need about 80 bonus spins to play this team. That'll even with the miss. That's going to be a clean 210. The team with some lower averages on it. That's a great way to win a Baker game. Baker is so different from regular singles or even doubles competition. Just that you know, those intangibles they talk about all the time in sports. Team chemistry and holding your fellow bowler up when things go bad and pumping them up when things go good. 210 even over there. The only bad thing about them is their irresponsible lack of team name. They have been christened Team 28 of all things. They started on like 20. Hashtag Sally Wong for MVP is a much better name than Team 28, but we'll have to deal with it. All right, good job, nice job, way to go, nice job, good job, way to go, nice job, good job, good luck, check it off, nice job, good job, all right. One more time on Sunday afternoon, next game, and do it for all the marbles. At least $500 on top. JBT titles, scratch division points, and the glorious plaques that will go to the winners, which Brian has already told me they're going to glue their 5 plaques together if they win and have a mega plaque, and I insist on seeing that if they pull that off. So you could do like a cube thing, you could just do a flat thing, a pentagon type thing. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. Yeah! Solid 9's no fun, but it gives them, the team, a good look at the lane. This is the lane they wanted to be on if they got to game 3. See if they made the right choice. As up, there's that stinking 610 again. It's early though. Ashton 800 revs at that 9-pin. Scares it into submission. Very good. Haley just kind of does that crouch and creep and a real nice follow through at the end. Oh. 10 decides to give up, thank goodness, leaving the makeable 7 forward. And Venom comes up with a strike. So big for those second and third bowlers to get their spares and strikes, not force the other ones to make up the ground. Take her time. She will fire right at that. And boy, oh boy, it took its time getting over there, but it grazed the right side of that 7. Good enough. It fell. Spare in the second for Johnson. Chin in the third. Strike working. And gets the carry. Big, big double from Benham and Chin there. Adam also breaks up a big split. 9 spare, 8 spare is way better than 8-1, 7-2. With that spare, that will be the situation. Oh, they're nervous, they're exhausted, or they just don't do much Baker. Rarely a library in this situation. We got the Tacoma Community College Library going on right now. Duncan's team loves it, as they should, as he cures that one. 10 back, no doubt, or gives them 3 in a row. See, it's that stupid Packers ball. Adam, if you watch this, it's not your fault, buddy. We're just going to drill you up a better spare ball. Everything will be fine. Weird hat pin action there by Chris. Ends up leaving only the 10. Let's see if Lucy can get her team going here. By way of explanation, the Packers and the Bucks used to be in the same division. They were in the old NFC Central way back in the day. So obviously that's why they don't like Green Bay, because they were Tampa's opponent. And the worst thing, one time the Bucks went up to Green Bay for a game on their scoreboard. They put Green Bay, of course, their home team, and then they put Tampa. They didn't even give us the Bay. I thought that was very offensive. So when Bay came down to us, we returned the favor, and we put Tampa Bay on top, and they put green on the bottom. That's a true story. And so we got it back. Good. Nice spare from Mitchell, and nice spare from 2 holes. Jim's really been the rock of this team all day long. Let's see if he can get a strike and give him some spark here. There we go.
Hey Jeff, there was no 9-pin in that rack.
So, Jim, that rack had no 9-pin. Jim,
Oh,
that rack had no 9-pin. That was giving us all kinds of trouble yesterday.
Okay.
So we're going to have to reshoot that.
I hope I didn't know how to do it.
No, I caught it out of the corner of my eye too. That's it.
They said they won't.
Do you know how to grab? Oh, I don't know if we can here. Brian, hang on for just a second. It depends what format they got this machine in. to clarify, there was no 9-pin in that rack. That was happening a couple times yesterday. Let's see if he can shake it off. Unfortunately, there was a 7-pin in that rack. That's what he leaves on the return attempt. Kind of a bad break for Jim. Shake it off, spare it up. Still got a back half of the game to go. Oh dear. Well, worst possible result from that, whiffing that 7 that time. I was just gonna say, I love that he goes hard and straight at those spares. Well, Benham's got a chance to lock this up here. And time and time again, we've seen the backside of games completely flip-flop what's going on. That's gonna be wide. See what Brian can do. Nope, not there. I sense the energy waning. Whenever the energy starts to wane, I want to speak to somebody named Wayne and ask him why he got associated with such a thing. Benham covers. Brian really needs to as a result. And he does. Let's see if Haley can get the spark this team needs right here. It's your last shots of the tournament. Just throw your best possible ball and see what happens. Chin can sit down and be proud of himself. Gets that 8th frame strike. He's done. Let's see if we can get Haley 10 here. I think we can, yeah. Good shot from Haley. Yes, sir.
They won't serve me a beer. They will not give me a beer.
Well, I mean, look at you.
Because the tournament's still going.
Oh, look at you. I
need one. If you look at me, you can see that
I got good news for you. You got about 4.5 minutes where you can beer all you want. You're out of control, Clemson. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, it seems like I'm getting controlled really well.
Well, maybe that's true, yes. Wow. Duncan does the old walk away, and right now Adam Bruda needs to find a way to get 10 pins. Give him a Brooklyn. Give him a carry. Jump! Jump! Grab a pistol. Oh no, instead he's going to grab that ball again. Oh dear. Oh dear. 31 other football teams. Well, it makes it that time. Adam, come here. What's your second favorite football team? Yeah.
Not the Steelers.
Not the Steelers. That's all right.
The colors.
The colors? Green and yellow or Oregon? Why don't you get an Oregon spare ball? What I'm saying is, why do you have that nasty, nasty Packers ball? It is rude, but it's true.
You didn't say that.
You're young. You've got time to figure things out.
It's good. I don't like Rodgers.
Well, me either. That's my point.
I want Jordan Love to play.
That's all right. Well, we're getting somewhere now, Adam. We'll talk
What do
later.
you see on the team?
Bucks. Lifelong Bucks. Meanwhile, Lucy ends her event in style with a 9th frame strike. Jim can finish up at 183, and even if he ended up getting that strike in the 5th, it would not have mattered in this scenario, as our top-seeded team caught fire again. They're going to be in the 230s, 238 with the fill on this 9-pin. Weekend sweep for Tucholsky and Yamasaki, and titles to join for Duncan, Clayton, and Elijah. Great job out of all 10 of our finalists. Good sportsmanship too. Love to see that. You'll see a lot of these people down in Vegas.
Good ball.
Jim, we'd have let you shot that one. Unfortunately for Jim, he keeps the one that keeps leaving the, or keeps getting the no 9-pin rack. Really appreciate the adults taking time out and bowl with the kids all weekend long. It's a little bracket money available yesterday, but it's mostly a time and money donation, and that's really awesome of them all to do that. Tour rolls on to Mesa, Arizona in 5.5 days. We'll see you there to do it all over again. Oh yes, we'll kick.
This is my third team.
That's right. Kevin Long has 3 too.
Yeah.